Yeah, your seeds aren't sterile.
Is it not
What?
sprouting?
Jesus.
Well, welcome to the Zoay Weekly Report. I'm your host, Corey Rice.
And I'm your co-host, Andy Stonecipher.
Today we have special guest Sarah Tevis. She is amazing. She works with our middle school girls, and if you don't know, she is famous. Andy, what is she famous for?
She's pretty famous. So she has done a lot when it comes to herbs. Planting herbs.
That's right. Sarah's Indiana Tea Garden. I subscribe. Yep. My wife and I have also started herbing. Is that right? Herbaling. We got a great show for you today. First up is the TikTok challenge. Andy, what are we doing today?
Yeah, so we are doing the Funky Town dance. So if you know anything about TikTok, it's a pretty good dance, so check it out.
On this week's Rank Edition, Sarah has chosen to rank the top 5 TV shows of all time. Do you have your top 5 list off the top of your head?
I do. I have it on the top of my head, but it's on my phone, so it's better. So I'm gonna get my phone. Okay. So I'll go from least to best. My number 5 is cooking shows, aka examples like Top Chef.
Top Chef. Do you like Chopped?
Chop Chef.
Do you like, what's the dude that's angry, the British dude?
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay!
Yeah,
Scottish.
Scottish.
And coming in at number 4 is Once Upon a Time. This might be a little bit of my feminine side because it has to do with my feminine side. Because it has to do with Disney people, but it's in real life. Number 3 is Prison Break. It's a very interesting show.
It's on my top 5.
It's pretty great. Number 2 is The Office. Obviously, it's pretty legendary. The Office is very good. And number 1 is The Walking Dead. They just had their 9th season come out, and I've watched every single episode. So I'm a Walking Dead fan.
My top 5 is actually a top 7. I can't remove 2 out of my top 5.
Possible.
I know. I'm gonna share them then instead of going top 7. My top 5 are tied at top 5. You got Prison Break and Person of Interest. What you know about that? It's a good show. Number 4 is The Office and Friends. I'm a 80s baby, so you know I grew up with Friends, but Office is right up there. Love it.
Kind of old.
I know. Number 3 is White Collar. Number 2 is Blacklist. And number 1 is, in my opinion, the greatest show of all time. My favorite show, Suits. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
Give us your top 5 TV shows of all time.
Okay, so number 5 I'm actually not finished with yet, but it is Heartland, and it is all about horses.
Yeehaw.
Which I have no experience with, but I love it. 4 is Downton Abbey, because it's just so good. And then 3 is Gilmore Girls, because Lorelai and Rory are my girls. Handmaid's Tale is number 2. And then Grey's Anatomy is the OG, and that is number 1.
The OG. For this week's life hack, Andy came up with this incredible car magnet, non-magnet life hack for your phone.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So I have a magnet that holds my phone on the dashboard, but in case you don't want one of those, you can use a rubber band if you want to check out this video.
Hey, what's up guys? So life hack of the day is get a rubber band, and in case you don't have a phone mount like I do, mine's a magnet. But in case you can't afford that or maybe just don't want one of those, get a rubber band, put it through your little fan right here, make sure you can get like a key or a pin or something to where you can flip it and make a little loop, and then you're gonna stick your phone in there, and there you go. That's your life hack for the day.
Well, that was interesting. How long did it take you to hook the rubber band into?
Like 5 seconds.
Really?
It's very simple.
Oh.
Very sturdy.
Well, this is one of my favorite parts of the show. It's Magic with Cody. If you haven't seen the last couple episodes, he pulled a card out of his brother's bagel. Cody, what do you got for us this week?
Alright, Sarah, here's the deal. I'm gonna have you stop me anywhere on the deck.
Stop.
Alright, perfect. Here's your card. You got it?
Yep.
Alright, we'll throw it down there, and I want to make 2 piles. Please do me Sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna pick these guys up. Alright, so the magic of the cards tells me that's your card.
No.
Let me just bring it to the top. That's your card. Okay. How about this? I need to ask the cards what it is. And they're telling me that it's KINGOF DIAMONDS King of Diamonds.
That's it.
Bam, baby!
That's it.
In this week's edition of Scarlet Snaps, dear God, check this out. Chew with your mouth closed, sicko. On this week's segment of Wheel of Horrendousness, we have Sarah here, and obviously you can see the herbs that we have in front of us. What she's going to do is she's going to be tasting these herbs and telling us what it is. We'll see how much of a professional she actually is. If she gets 4 of the 6 correct, her husband, Cody, will have to spin the Wheel of Horrendousness. If she does not, poor Sarah.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, number 1.
I already know what it is. Rosemary.
Rosemary! Ding, 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 ding.
Do I have to eat it,
one
like,
for
for real?
one. You have to eat it completely.
Okay. Chives.
Chives, it is. She is 2 for 2. Not looking good for Cody. Third. Should be an easy one.
Basil.
Basil, 3 for 3. All right, you ready? I think I tricked her.
Is it sage?
It is not sage. Oh, she misses 1.
Why does it taste like licorice?
It is that tarragon. Tarr. Is it tarragon? It is tarragon. Tarragon. Uh-oh. Next up. You ready?
Yep.
If you get this, Cody spins the Wheel of Horrendousness.
Mint.
Mint it is! Sorry, Cody. You ready to spin that wheel? You're so nervous. You ready to spin the Wheel of Horrendousness? Here we go. Oh, it is the Ice Bucket Challenge. Here it is. Well, that's a wrap for week 3. Make sure you subscribe, share, and we will see you next week.
Peace.